And finally, let's look at the three types of feminism, because not all feminists are created equal, so to speak. They don't have the same agenda or the same perspective. So the first type of feminism is liberal feminism. And this is the kind of feminism that doesn't offend that much because you don't change or really challenge the status quo. So liberal feminism accepts the basic organization of society, but they seek to expand women's rights within the existing structure. So you don't want to kick men out of power or, take away resources from men and give them all to women. Sort of like kick men out, add women and stir. No, that's not their agenda. You really don't challenge the status quo, but you use the existing structure today to expand women's rights within it. So it really doesn't change much. Now, socialist feminism attacks the system of capitalism. If you listen to Bernie Sanders' agenda for America as a presidential candidate, not just in this election, but when he ran also in 2016, usually his go-to was economic inequality. So if you were dealing with race, well, if we had a socialist society, that would eradicate it. If we were dealing with sexism, if we implement socialism, that would erase discrimination based on sex because everybody would be equal economically. So the socialist feminists want to attack the system of capitalism. They want to change the traditional family, which is husbands work, mothers, wives and mothers stay at home and take care of the kids, through a socialist revolution that converts a capitalist economy into a state-centered one. So everyone is equal. Everyone has the same access to economic resources as everybody. And therefore, any kind of discrimination will go away. And then finally, there's radical feminism. Now, the radical feminists want to eradicate gender altogether, erase it from our society by removing gender through women controlling their reproductive rights. So what they suggest is that women not engage in a heterosexual relationship through marriage to have children. You go to a sperm bank, you get artificially inseminated, you have your children, and your children are raised with you and a community or village of women. So they believe that this idea of motherhood needs fatherhood. And when men are involved in the family unit, the family becomes a tyrant for women. And what is a tyrant? One that oppresses. And what they use as their example or their strongest evidence of that is when a woman is in an abusive relationship. There are times when judges won't sign a personal protective order because if you keep the man away from his wife or his girlfriend and she's also the mother of his children, then you thereby deprive him of his rights and access as a father. So if a woman is not in a relationship with a man, then she doesn't have to worry about that violence and abuse that can sometimes be part of that type of union. So they wanted women to use new reproductive technology to make motherhood obsolete because they argue that the tyranny of family needs to be removed from society. And that's it for the lecture today. Again, I want to encourage you to wash your hands and stay safe. I will be posting the quiz on D2L. The quiz will be due at 6 o'clock on the day the class will meet. So if we meet like Monday, Wednesday, then the quiz will be due on Wednesday by 6 o'clock. That's when it will end. If your class is on a Tuesday, it will end at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. On Wednesday, 6 o'clock on Wednesday. So make sure you pay attention to the deadline for the quiz. And again, there will be 5 questions, 1 point per question. Another thing too, this will be your second from last quiz. So we only have 1 more quiz to take, and that will be on race and ethnicity. I'm still trying to figure out a way for you guys to earn extra credit because I understand the bookstore is now closed. So it'll probably be some observation exercise that you could do at your leisure and then turn that in for extra credit. So I'll be thinking about something and putting that online by the end of the week. And I'll also send you an email to that effect. Okay, well, that's it for the lecture. Everybody take care. And until we see each other again in the virtual world, bye-bye.